Good afternoon and welcome into YouTube Live and the New England Sports Village. Ezra Janello along with you for Northeast Generals Academy action here on this Saturday afternoon. The Gens Academy U16 team welcoming the Atlantic Coast Academy U16 team here to the Village for the start of what's a very busy weekend for not just the Generals Academy 16 team, but the entire Northeast Generals organization. Last night the party got started in the NAHL with the Gens picking up a commanding win that saw them score 9 goals over East Division rival, the Philadelphia Rebels. Then the 18s got in action this morning out in northern Massachusetts. The 16s take the ice in just a couple of moments. The NA3 in action tonight at 6:30 in Holyoke. And then we close things out this Friday with the NAHL. They finish out their weekend series with the Rebels. The Academy teams both in action on Saturday and Sunday. The NA3 team in action this Sunday. So plenty of action to go around the Village on Hockey TV and YouTube Live, where you find yourself right now for what promises to be a pretty good matchup between two highly talented U16 teams in the Massachusetts East Coast region. The Gens Academy coming off of an appearance at the NAPHL showcase out in Michigan. They had an okay showcase, but really Lucas Sawyer, he was the guy to watch. He had a game where he scored a hat trick in a pretty interesting way. They call it the Sawyer now. He had an even strength goal, a power play goal, and a shorthanded goal in a game that saw his team pick up the win. The goalie in that game, that was none other than Cade Rose. 8 games played this season. He's got a 328 saves record with a .904 save percentage. He's getting the nod and the start today for head coach Eric Projan. We also have our APT player to watch. That's our Attleboro Sport and Spine Chiropractic goaltender. For our APT player to watch, Makai Santiago this season, 4 goals and 7 assists for 11 points in 18 games played. He also has 2 games played with the 18U Generals this season, getting the call-up, playing with the higher squad. I got to talk to Makai earlier before the game and ask him about his experience as a part of the Gens Academy and kind of what his play style looks like. Let's take a look at our pregame interview with Makai Santiago.
I'm here with Makai Santiago. Makai on the U16 Gens Academy team. Busy weekend for you guys this weekend. What do the boys have to do to get off on the right foot?
Well, to start, we definitely have to work as a team. I think if we move the puck and just put shots on net, that we can beat almost anyone. That's really it.
You're in your first year here as a part of the Gens Academy. Kind of walk me through what your experience has been like as a part of the team here in Attleboro.
Well, moving away from home for the first time is a big thing, but the coaching staff and administration here has done an amazing job at supporting me in my journey and acceleration as a hockey player.
The game today live streamed on YouTube Live and gives the people a chance to watch you, not really for the first time, but for the first time really in detail. Kind of run us through the style of play you try and go after, kind of who you monitor your game after, kind of what the fans can expect to see from Makai Santiago.
I'm always looking to make the right play. Well, the best play that I possibly can, a heads-up play, get shots on net, and then back check as hard as I can.
Perfect, Makai. Thanks. Good luck today.
So we got to hear from Makai Santiago, today's APT player to watch. APT, a gym that's located here in the Village. The NA team, the NA3, both academy teams, they get to work out with Brian, the team's strength and conditioning coach, every day of the week. It goes along with the academy skates, the skill session that they have as a part of the 18 and 16 teams, as well as their team specific practices throughout the week. Lots of ice time, lots of opportunities as a part of the Generals Academy to improve, and you got to listen to Makai Santiago talk about those and kind of how he uses that to enhance his playing ability and, making the best play that he can make in a situation in a game. So we're just moments away from puck drop here on YouTube Live. The teams are making their way over to their nets to clean up the pucks. We're going to take a step aside, but when we come back, it's puck drop here at the Village on YouTube Live. The Gens Academy taking on Atlantic Coast Academy right here on YouTube Live. Welcome back into YouTube Live. Before we get started with the game, I want to go over the Generals coaching staff because they've got a couple of unfamiliar faces on the bench, a couple of familiar faces too. Head coach Eric Projan, he's the midget director here for the Gens Academy. He's also the associate head coach of the top team here in Attleboro, the NAHL Northeast Generals. Alongside him is the head coach of that NA team. That's Brian Erickson. He's the president of hockey operations for the Generals organization. And on the bench with them is the general manager of the Gens top team. That's Matt Dibble. He coaches a lot of these Gens Academy kids with his showcase team, Rock City Elite. They're the premier showcase team in the Northeast and pretty much in this area. And he joins the bench. He's in town for the Gens NA games this weekend. And he gets to help out on the bench with the 16s. So the Gens will start with Santiago in the faceoff circle. He leans in across of Nate Balsley, who wins the faceoff back for Atlantic Coast, and they'll control off the opening draw. Gens wearing their home white uniforms, white helmets, jerseys, and socks with blue pants. Atlantic Coast in all black, helmets, jerseys, pants, and socks trimmed in purple and gray. The puck goes out of play. And so we'll get our first stoppage of the game, 16:41. Into the first period. It's 3 17-minute periods with an ice cut halfway through the second period. Santiago and Balsley again. This time Santiago wins the faceoff. On the near side, Connor Williams looking for possession is unable to corral it. So on that far side now, Trace Gergis working on Balsley. Puck goes farther into the corner where Razakov picks it up towards the point. Now a save made by Cade Rose. He's forced to make a second one in his first action of the afternoon. Razakov goes down low. Behind the net, Santiago drops down for Razakov. Taken back by Trace Gergis. He leaves off for Santiago and played up the near side wall for Connor Williams. So the Gens looking to get out of their own zone. Held up for the moment. Balsley in the area. And it goes back to Sancho. And holding is called against an Atlantic Coast player, and the Gens will go on the power play. So with 15:56 to go in this first period, Marcel Tabert will sit for 2 minutes, guilty of a holding penalty. Gens will go on the power play. I know your screen says ACA power play right now. It's a Gens power play. Puck goes into the general zone. Cole Gergis there plays it up the far side wall. A shot onto Rose is held onto and finally lets it go for Cole Gergis. He'll curl back to the far side. Gergis has Brady Hill, Dylan Messier, William Klingensmith, and Shane Bradley, who controls in the neutral zone on this man advantage. Bradley in his own zone up towards Dylan Messier. Messier, a hard pass off the stick of Brady Hill. He'll chase into the far side corner. Stremikov is there. He drops it back for his defensive partner. Regains it on the far side, and now ACA will make their way up the ice. That's Garrett Church, the captain of this ACA U16 team. He sends it deep into the general zone. Messier lays a hit in the corner on Xander Williams. Williams still with it, plays it in front of the net where it's picked back up by Messier. He goes to the near side, intended for Klingensmith. It's picked back up by the team wearing black, and they'll try and make their way back up the ice once more. Shot out of a cannon, that's Tony Fleck. Fleck wraps it around the wall, leaves off for Santiago. Santiago behind the net, back in front. There was Messier, though he couldn't pull the trigger. And the Gens have to go all the way back now with 33 seconds remaining on their man advantage. Sanchez sends it back in off his own guy. So ACA will regroup back in their own end, sends it down the ice. Christian Williams there for the Generals in the near side corner. Up the near side wall for Ben Haley, left off now Trace Gergis. Gergis sends it off of an ACA player, pushed aside for the defenseman Brendan Sanchez. ACA will make their way back up the ice as we make our way back to even 5-on-5 strength. Connor Williams to the far side to Trace Gerges. Now Christian Williams, the tall defenseman, will send it into the offensive zone. Sanchez plays to the near side. Williams was there deep below the goal line to cause the turnover, but ACA was quick to get back on possession. They got it out for a moment. Now Sanchez has to regroup once more. Good forward check by the Generals after this power play, but here comes Hawkins. Working one-on-one on Trace Gerges. He gets pushed to the outside. Goes down in the corner. Attracts a crowd. Everybody looking for possession. 3 Gens, 2 ACA players. Puck comes up the near side wall. Shane Bradley tries to force it out, but Richards gets his shot blocked by his own guy, and now ACA will regroup once more. Pushed up the near side wall by Richards, left off for a teammate. That's Brady Hawkins. Hawkins with speed now to the near side. Finds Jack Frazier. Frazier into the corner, back up towards Hawkins on the wall. Can't corral the pass. Now Shane Bradley with speed. Bradley throws a shot on net, gets blocked. Klingensmith was there, but unfortunately for him, so was Riley Richards. And he got it back to his defenseman for the breakout. Richards near side, over the blue line to the offensive zone. Carries it into the corner. Santiago pushes him against the wall. Puck comes up the near side wall. Thompson steps in, fires a shot that's blocked by Santiago. Now Brady Hill will leave the zone. Hill to Santiago near side. Makai Santiago falls down to the ice. Got the shot off anyway. And it gets blocked by an ACA player, sent down the ice for an icing. And with 12:07 remaining in this first period, the Gens will get an offensive zone faceoff. Shots are 2 apiece. Cade Rose in between the pipes for the Generals. Vaughn Frazier for ACA. 15 games played. An even 5 goals against average, or rather a 2.06 goals against average and a 916 save percentage for Frazier. Arm the official is up in the air. It's a delayed penalty against the Generals as Santiago touches up. The call comes and the Gens will go shorthanded. So it's Makai Santiago. He'll sit 2 minutes. And the clock started moving. It took 2 seconds off the board, so we'll take a second to fix it. It was 11:51. Now it's 11:49. Faceoff will be on the far side of the general zone. They'll actually leave it at 11:49. Put the full 2 minutes back up on the board. Fleck will take the draw on the far side of his own zone, though it's won back by his counterpart wearing black. Tabert near side, fires a shot that goes wide. Christian Williams was there looking for the block shot. ACA controlling once more, another shot through traffic, finds its way to the side of the net. Great move on the side of the net by the player wearing 9, Nate Balsley. We couldn't get it past Cade Rose. Another shot from the blue line through traffic, held on to, and it gives us a chance to look at that replay and Balsley and that move that he made on our University Orthopedics replay. Watch Balsley here in front. It's going to be after this shot. At the side of the net, trying to go between his own legs and get it past the netminder. So down to 11:11 remaining in this first period. 119 on the Gens penalty kill. It's another face-off inside the Gen zone. Again, won by the ACA players, rather won by the Gens, and sent down the ice by Cole Gerges. Gerges with Messier, Ryan Hughes, and Connor Williams on the kill. Up the far side of the ice with speed is Riley Richards. Makes his way to the offensive zone with a step. Richards, a shot. Stopped and held on to by Cade Rose. Let's take a look at it on the University Orthopedics replay. Great opportunity for Richards. He just made his way up the ice, almost untouched. But Cade Rose, standing tall and staying square to the puck, kept it out. Controlled on the near side of the Gen zone. A shot onto Rose goes wide. Back up to the near side of the blue line. Held onto by Hawkins. Given off. Frazier now to the far side. Sanchez up top. Back to the far side. Back up to Sanchez. He walks to the near side. Leaves it off for Stremikov. Stremikov down low. Finds Frazier. Frazier top of the blue line to the far side. Now Sanchez. Sanchez walks, goes back down low. A shot by Richards, in and out of the glove of Cade Rose, picked back up by Hawkins in the corner. Hawkins, backdoor. Stremikov dropped down but couldn't pull the trigger. Puck went off of his skate and then sent down the ice by Trace Gerges. That'll do it for the Gens penalty kill. 9:46 remaining in this first period. Here comes Sanchez now with speed. Sanchez into the offensive zone. Pushed off possession by Trace Gerges. Up the wall, Klingensmith couldn't get a handle of possession. Now Richards back in the neutral zone. D to D with his partner in Stremikov. Back across the way, intended for Frazier. Trace Gerges took away possession, sends it into the corner, and gets off for a change. Shots are now 5-2 in favor of ACA. Up the near side wall comes Jack Frazier, leaves it off for Richards. Richards working 1-on-2, fires a shot on net that Cade Rose stops and holds on to. .8:58 remaining in this first period. Bradley leans in for the draw. Pushed forward, keeps possession off of it, though he can't clear the zone on the first try. Cole Gerges has to play it to the far side. Antonio Fleck there for the Generals. Takes a hit, falls to the ice, but gets right back up. Shane Bradley plays back to this near side. Giving chase is Ben Haley. Taken back by ACA. Controlled by Colin Smith. Taken by the Generals now up through the neutral zone. Tony Fleck gloved it down. But getting in the way of it was Ethan Kitsis. And ACA looks to make their way out of their zone. First things first, though, Colin Smith has to go back for possession. Played up towards Ben Haley. Off his stick it goes. Caden Coronel takes it into the offensive zone near side. Shakes off Cole Gerges. Played in front. Bunch of Generals in the area, but it's gloved down by Nate Balsley. And controlled on the far side. Balsley, nice move towards the slot. Finally cuts down below the goal line. Make that Marcel Tabert, who had possession on that far side. Played around to Messier for the Generals, back for Shane Bradley. Cole Gerges up the ice, finds Fleck, chipped high in the air and down where it's gone for an icing. I gotta say, these Atlantic Coast jerseys are very nice. Very similar to Cushing Academy, of course, the black and purple, but Cushing has a similar font on the front of the jersey with their Academy school name. But the gray numbers, not beneficial for the broadcasters from this far away. Here comes Santiago, 2-on-1, taken down to the ice. Nothing from the official. Puck goes into the near side corner. Santiago refines it on the wall. Controls. A shot from Christian Williams gets tipped by Ryan Hughes. Back in front for Santiago. Nothing coming off the opportunity. So ACA looks to make their way back the other way into the Generals' offensive end. And taken deeper. Xander Williams thrown on to Cade Rose. The rebound goes behind the net. Still a battle for it. Santiago plays it into the corner. A collision on the near side wall. Santiago comes in to lay the body. Now taken by Werner. A shot gets turned aside by Rose. I want to go back and look at our University Orthopedics replay. And this opportunity for the Generals on the rush. Santiago goes down, puck goes to the corner. Now you can't see that on our behind the net cam, but you can see a good shot and a good tip on net. It actually went off of an ACA player before making its way onto the netminder. So the Generals making their way up the ice. On the far side, giving chase, Brady Hill. Hill, far side of the neutral zone, has two ACA players on him. Puck gets sent back in off of Christian Williams. Cade Rose just holds on. Shots now 8-2. More likely 8-3 in favor of ACA. Nate Balsley leans in for the draw against Ryan Hughes. Make that Shane Bradley. Shot onto Rose, turned aside. Below the goal line is Rashikov. Rashikov up top to the blue line. Net comes off, so the whistle gets blown. Now down to 6:07 to play in the period. Gens take the opportunity to switch up part of their unit. Brady Hill comes off, Ben Haley comes on. Bradley to take the draw again against Balsley. This time on the far side. It's won by Balsley once more. Goes to the neutral zone. And ACA looks to make their way back into the offensive end. Cole Gerges pushed ahead for Haley. Ben Haley through the neutral zone. Met by Balsley. Pushed to the far side. Shane Bradley on his backhand gets it below the goal line. Bradley, met by defenseman in Ethan Kitsis. Long shot from Messier, caught in traffic. The rebound put on net. Far side is Radomir Rashikov. Played towards the near side of the neutral zone. Cole Gerges goes D-to-D with Messier up the far side. Fleck took a whack at it. Good collision in the neutral zone by Shane Bradley, but the other way coming ACA. Rose makes the first save off the post. Another save, still loose, and they score. Let's take a look at the opportunity. On our University Orthopedics replay. You should here see the collision at center ice with Shane Bradley. Nice hit in the neutral zone, but unfortunately for him, ACA made their way down the ice. Rose made the first stop. The second one went off the post, and then it got poked between his legs into the back of the net for the goal. .5:13 remaining in this first period. ACA takes a 1-0 lead over the Gens. Against 16U Academy action. The 18U team was in action earlier this day. They were on the road. The NAHL will close out the action tonight at 7 p.m. That game's on Hockey TV. You can join me for the junior action. We have lots of kids coming, good pre-sale numbers as they're coming to sing the national anthem. And then sandwiched between all this action is an NA3HL game, but that's going on up in Holyoke, Massachusetts, as the NA3 Gens take on the Bay State Bobcats in what was the battle for Massachusetts during the COVID year. The two NA3HL teams that call the state of Massachusetts home. Gens NA3 have been very good. They sit in first place of the East Division in the 3HL. Gens NA tied for second place with the New Jersey Titans, the defending NAHL Robertson Cup champions. Brady Hill behind the net looking for possession. Puck comes up the near side for Richards. Richards curling around the zone, back behind his own net now. He's pressured by Brady Hill. Christian Williams sends in off of the target, so it's picked back up by the player wearing 5, Quinn Thompson. And played back by Hill to Shane Bradley. Bradley plays it around. Frazier there for ACA. Now up the far side, a cross-ice pass to Richards. Nice move, but shut down by Cole Gerges. He couldn't get it between his legs. Frazier comes in, takes possession. A shot on net is held on to by Cade Rose. Let's take a look at it on the University Orthopedics replay. You saw Cole Gerges shut down the initial opportunity, but then Frazier came in and Rose, a aggressive netminder, not afraid to come out of his crease and get to the top of it to take away the shooting lanes. Does exactly that and keeps this game at 1-0. 3:44 remaining in this first period. Puck goes to the neutral zone. ACA now leading the shot department 12-3. On the far side, back into the offensive zone is Hawkins. Played in front. There for it was Xander Williams, and he tipped it just wide. Another shot on net, this time blocked down by Fleck. Played to the far side. Fleck gives chase. So does the defenseman Stremikov. Kept in the zone by Stremikov. Long shot. Caught in traffic. Cole Gerges a hit. And another save made by Cade Rose in the crease. A little bit of extra communication between players on both teams after the whistle. But what we'll get is a defensive zone face-off for the Generals on the far side of their zone. Mike Rakes, the assistant coach for both the U18 and 16 teams, not in attendance today. More likely was at the away game with the U18 team. Dylan Trelligan, the Generals athletic trainer, on the bench. And Nancy Lamoth, the billet coordinator, I'm sure is tuning into today's game. A shot on to Rose, gets blocked in front by Santiago. A lot of the Generals Academy players, not just the junior players, but all 4 teams, come from all over the world. More so all around the country when looking at the Academy players. But you've got, Connor Williams is a Texas kid, so is Lucas Sawyer, far from home. Santiago from Southern Connecticut. And Nancy really helps find places for players to call home away from home and feel like Attleboro, Massachusetts is a second home while they're playing for the Generals. Puck gets sent down the ice and blow dead for an icing with 2:22 remaining in this first period. So the faceoff will come to the near side of the Generals zone. Cody Zamont leans in for the draw for ACA. Shane Bradley for the Generals. One back by Zamont. Sanchez controls, sends into the corner. Christian Williams took down Zamont. Nothing from the official though. Puck goes up to the far side of the blue line. A shot from Kitsis got redirected wide. Now on the near side, Klingon-Smith has it in the neutral zone. Tried getting it deep. They got only as far as Zamont on the red line. Now Sanchez in on net. Turned aside by the stick of the forward getting back. Still some extra activity. That was Caden Coronel who took the shot that we're going to look at on the University Orthopedics replay. Coronel just found himself with a step. And again, Cade Rose doing a good job. But really that was Christian Williams who got his stick in the shooting lane and took away the opportunity. Unfortunately, though, for the Generals, they'll go short-handed. As William Klingon-Smith will sit for 2 minutes. 1:58 remaining in the first period. Face-off won by ACA. Shot goes wide. Now in the near side corner. Brady Hill battling for possession. He's got Christian Williams, Trace Gerges, and Shane Bradley on the penalty kill. A long shot from the point. Got blocked down by Brady Hill, and he sends it down the ice. Gets off for a change. Icing called. So the face-off will come back down to the Gens zone with 1:31 now showing on the scoreboard. 1:34 on the ACA power play, so should they not score, they'll get 3 seconds of the second period on the man advantage. Face-off won back by ACA once more. A long shot onto Rose, caught in the traffic. Trace Gerges can't get the puck out of the zone. Held now on the near side. Tabert a shot. Turned aside by Cade Rose, and he dives onto the rebound to hold on. Shots 16-3 in favor of ACA. Gens will bring on a new defensive pairing for the kill. Tony Fleck, Ben Haley on the front end. Cole Gerges and Dylan Messier, the defenseman. Tabert controls, turns and fires. Redirected onto Rose, another opportunity. And Rose got in front of it. Lots of opportunities for ACA on this man advantage. Tabert just turned and fired it. It got redirected. Rose made the first save and tracked the puck perfectly to make the second save as well. Church walks the blue line to the near side. A shot blocked down by Fleck. Rashikov in the far side corner to Tabert behind the net. Tabert to Rashikov far side. To the near side it comes. And the whistle blows as the net comes off with 46 seconds remaining in this first period. So the face-off comes outside. 46 seconds in the period, 48 on the Gens penalty kill. Tony Fleck to take the draw against Richards. Won by the Generals. Ben Haley sends off the glass and down the ice. Not enough for icing, though. So ACA will control in their own zone. Half a minute showing on the board. Time for a rush up the ice. Richards will take it with speed. Richards up the far side. Gets around Dylan Messier. Tough angle shot goes high and wide. Kept in at the blue line, though, by Stremikov. Stremikov down low. Across the way the puck goes. Ben Haley there for it. Backhands it towards the line, but sent back in. Now 10 seconds to go in the period. Trace Gerges, far near side corner, looking up the near side wall. Stremikov keeps it in. 3 seconds showing. Cade Rose forced to make a blocker save. And the buzzer goes, so we will go to the first intermission. ACA leading 1-0. They'll get 2 seconds of a power play when we come back for the second period on YouTube Live.
When we first started the clothing brand, like I said before, it was about culminating a community aspect and a mindset about it. But now creating this drink, it actually supplies the athletes with the proper supplementation from an energy standpoint. That's why we wanted to create this product. And, you know, it's even more special to me that we're able to create this product here in the US. I'm a very patriotic person. And I think, you know, if we get the opportunity to play a bigger role in keeping jobs here in the US, I'll be very proud of that.
So when we formulated UD, the goal behind it was to design a product that was full of no BS, nothing but the right ingredients, all clinically dosed, backed by science, to provide the best energy source we could for our athletes. So it's obviously sugar-free. There's no artificial sweeteners, flavors, colorings, none of the fluff, no BS. And the ingredients that we picked are all clinically dosed. We wanted to accomplish 4 things, and that was to fill our 4 main pillars that we feel our athletes need. And that was energy, focus, endurance, and power. So we have several ingredients for each one of those pillars. And like I said earlier, each ingredient was selected for a specific reason and included at a specific dose to accomplish its goal. And we believe we've really brought together an ultimate product for our athletes, and something that we're really proud of with what we've put together and how we've gone about doing it.
Welcome back into YouTube Live. We'll play the first 8.5 minutes of the second period before we get an ice cut. Teams switch sides. Generals now going left to right across your screen and quickly take a penalty. So fresh off of killing a penalty, they'll go back to the box. And again, it's Makai Santiago who will sit 2 minutes. So the draw comes back down to the Generals' end of the ice. ACA leads the shot department 18-3, though Cade Rose has played phenomenal. Face-off won by ACA. Tabert far side of the blue line. Curling away from Connor Williams. Williams has Hughes with Christian Williams and Trace Gerges on the kill. Back up top towards the line for Church, near side. A shot to the low far pad. Rebound opportunity gets cleared away by Christian Williams. All the way down the ice it goes for Neising. And so it'll give us a chance to take a look at a little bit of the University Orthopedics replay in this opportunity. Nice move by Tabert to create separation. And then you'll see Cade Rose make a nice save. Low far pad. Long shot goes wide. Near side of the net, Rashikov holds on up towards Church at the blue line. Church down to Rashikov, back in front off of William Klingensmith's stick, and Brady Hill sends into the neutral zone. Hill with Klingensmith, Trace Gerges, and Christian Williams. Tabert far side, played in front, still loose in front. Rashikov a second try at it, and he missed the net. Cade Rose might have gotten a piece of it. We'll take a look at it at the next whistle. Halfway through the Gens penalty kill, they score. ACA takes a 2-0 lead on the power play. Let's take a look at it on the University Orthopedics replay. You'll see Cade Rose make a couple of good saves in front on Rashikov. But then on the man advantage, you'll see the player curl around and pick the top corner over top of Cade Rose's glove. So the officials will discuss. I think the Gens are going to go back on the penalty kill. They are. Trace Gerges, who will sit for 2 minutes. And so still 5-on-4. Gerges sits. Santiago released from the box. ACA into the offensive zone. Wrapped around to the near side of the blue line. Sanchez walks back down the near side wall. Finds Richards. Richards back up to Sanchez. Across the way, he finds Nate Balsley. Richards once more. Richards fires. Can't get it cleanly, and it goes back to the neutral zone. So Sanchez will go again into the offensive end. Sanchez to the near side corner, holding. Up top to Richards. Richards to Sanchez. Down into the corner, back up to Sanchez. To Richards. Richards holds. Far side, a shot, a one-time blast off the stick of Stremikov. He didn't get all of it. Near side is Hawkins. Looking for Stremikov on the far side. Finds Connor Williams. Williams gets over the red line and puts the puck deep into the corner. He'll give chase on the forecheck while two of his other penalty killers get off for a change. Ryan Hughes and Christian Williams onto the ice for the Generals. Hawkins will go back to the far side corner for ACA and possession. 30 seconds remaining on the Gens penalty kill. Connor Williams taking time off the clock deep in the ACA zone. Hughes sends it back in, but it's quickly picked back up by Sanchez. Sanchez through the middle of the ice, now on the far side. Toe drag around the defenseman, a shot on net, turned aside, and sent down the ice by the Generals. Icing called, gives us an opportunity to look at the latest Cade Rose save on the University Orthopedics replay. Great opportunity for ACA. Rose made the glove save, and Hughes got back in time to clear the puck down to the ice. 11 seconds remaining on the Trace Gerges penalty. Brady Hill comes on with William Klingensmith for the rest of the kill. Trace Gerges and Christian Williams on the back end. Puck goes into the neutral zone where Church controls. Back to even strength. Here's Brady Hill looking for the offensive zone. ACA regains possession. 5 minutes to go until the ice cut. Again, halfway through the second period, the teams will take their intermission. Halftime, if you would. Church goes down the far side wall. A shot goes wide of Cade Rose's net. Up the near side half wall. Picked back up by ACA. Now a shot on net taken by, I believe that's Parker. And held on to by Cade Rose. As the net goes off. With 13:15 to play in this second period. Shane Bradley on for the draw, leaning across from Francis Powers. Won by ACA. The far side corner it goes. Back up top towards the blue line, sent into the offensive zone. Here comes Dylan Messier. Messier ahead for Ben Haley. Haley chips it into the offensive end, wide of the cage. Church back for it for Coast. Up the far side, Cole Gerges blows a tire. A shot onto Rose, turned aside, rebound finds Bradley. Shane Bradley through the middle of the ice, leaves it for Tony Fleck. Fleck will wrap it around the glass, though he played it out of play. And so the face-off will come back into the neutral zone. 12:28 remaining in this second period, 3:58 until the halftime ice cut. Santiago comes back on with Hughes and Connor Williams. Santiago wins the faceoff back to Trace Gerges. Sent into the offensive end. Santiago and Williams are on the forecheck. Santiago takes away possession. Holds it in the corner. Now finds Williams. Connor Williams cycles it down. To the far side corner it goes. Up the wall. Into the middle of the ice for Zamat. Zamat pressured by Santiago. Taken back by Santiago. Makai Santiago, a shot. Turned aside. Connor Williams the rebound try. And held on to by the netminder in black. Let's take a look at it. On the University Orthopedics replay, you'll see Santiago, good opportunity, and Williams recognizing the loose puck, getting a shot on net, and finishing the opportunity. The Gens will get the offensive zone draw with 3:27 to go until the ice cut. Brady Hill to take it. One back by the ACA centerman, though. That was Nate Balsley. Pushed up the near side. Balsley to the near side for Tabert. 3-on-1. Tabert near side holds. Backdoor Balsley a shot. What a save made by Cade Rose. No, Cade Rose doing his best to keep his team in the game. Let's take a look at it on the University Orthopedics replay. A 3-on-1 onto Rose. A backdoor pass and a beautiful save moving left to right across the screen. Now the Gens making their way up the ice. Balsley back into the offensive zone, looking for Rashikov. The two can't connect. Balsley still has it, taken back by Klingensmith. Played up to Brady Hill. Hill, the captain of this U16 Gens team, ahead for Trace Gerges. A shot on net, got past the netminder, was loose in front, but now ACA will make their way back up the ice. That's Cole Gerges, taken back by Tabert. Tabert, a shot, blocked by Hill. Puck goes to the far side. Balsley plays it up. Long shot, blocker to side by Rose. Here's Trace Gerges ahead for Brady Hill. Hill will send in and get off for a change. The ACA netminder wearing 1, Vaughn Frazier, plays it to the near side. 2 minutes to go until the halftime ice cut. Ben Haley on the far side of his own zone finds Cole Gerges. Now here's Gerges into the offensive end, drops off for Santiago. Makai Santiago puts the brakes on in the corner, pressured by 2 players in black jerseys. Now another teammate comes in to help out, but the puck goes the way of ACA and up the ice. Carried by Stremikov. Stremikov into the slot. Richards, the shot blocked down by a Generals player, Dylan Messier, who's feeling all of it. Gets back to his feet on the far side. Played by Quinn Thompson. Another save made by Rose. Puck goes all the way down the ice. And ACA will get an offensive zone draw with 1:14 to play until the ice cut. 9:47 remaining in this second period. Bradley and Hawkins, the 2 face-off takers on the ice. Pushed forward by Hawkins. Finds it behind the net. Taken back by the Generals, then played up the far side. Thompson keeps it in. Thompson back down the wall. Hawkins behind the net. Back in front, they score. We'll take a look at it on the University Orthopedics replay. Great vision by Hawkins just to pop it out in front to an open teammate. And it's 3-0 ACA with 59 seconds to go until the ice cut. Shane Bradley blows a tire, picks up possession, plays up the far side in his own zone. ACA controls once more. Hawkins curling around on his backhand, plays to the near side for Richards. Richards goes back the other way, turning and firing, blocked down by Hughes. Now on the near side, Stremikov cuts to the far side wall, up top to Thompson. Thompson, the long shot, redirected, it finds the back of the net. Off the redirection. Let's take a look at it on the University Orthopedics replay. Just a great tip in front. And not much you can do there if you're Cade Rose. So 4-0 game, 22 seconds to play until the ice cut. Again, halfway through the second period, the teams will take breaks. Santiago on the ice for the draw, won back by his counterpart in Cannon Wensauer. And icing called. Faceoff will come back down the ice. Shots 28-7 in favor of Atlantic Coast. Santiago leans in for the offensive zone draw once more. wins it back, though it goes off of his shin pad and into the corner. Messier looking to keep it in the offensive end, unable to. Westenauer now, near side in the offensive zone area, pass in front, just out of reach of Williams. That's Xander Williams as the buzzer goes. So the first half of the second period over. 3 goals in the period for ACA. And they lead 4-0 at the halftime break. When we come back, it's the second half of this U16 Academy game here on YouTube Live. just about set for the start of the second half between the Gens 16U and Atlantic Coast Academy 16U teams. Atlantic Coast will have a 5-minute power play to start the second half. I got to run and get ready for a NA game tonight. So no broadcaster for the second half of the game, but you'll still have the camera angle, and I'll let the camera operator know to zoom into the scoreboard every once in a while. You know the score. Thanks for tuning in. Tuning in all weekend long. Gens Academy action today, tomorrow, Sunday, all weekend long. Enjoy the second half of this game.